The movie begins in the Shanghai community, year 2004. A mother admonishes her twin girls for not praying as they wake up. Suddenly there is a hit on the community. A militant breaks into their home and tries to molest the mother. A man who is part of the community ambushes the militant with a log of wood and he immediately falls unconscious. The man then braces the family for them to escape. The community is in pandemonium with gunmen shooting civilians and the civilians running for their lives. The family scours for the canoe to paddle themselves to freedom. The militant who is now resuscitated shoots one of the twin girls and the man helping the young family. Notwithstanding his mortal wound, the man pushes the young family's canoe to safety. The young mother paddles the canoe amidst pain and tears of losing one of her children and the death of the Good Samaritan. On paddling their canoe, another canoe with militants ambushes their canoe. The leader prompts a young militant by the name Scar to kill the family. There is a little hesitation in his eyes. Then, the scene cuts to the present, which is 18 years later, and a group of people are seen packaging drugs in what appears to be an underground unit. Scar is now an adult and serves as the Shantytown's operational head. However, he must answer to Chief Fernandez, who sends his accountant to make sure the books and checks are in order. The accountant answers the chief's call and assures him that everything is in order. When the call is over, the accountant tells Scar that the chief needs to meet with him tonight at exactly 8 o'clock. Our protagonist, Amanda, is introduced in the following scene as she prepares to go undercover as Inem. The officer assigned to her is unimpressed and thinks Amanda couldn't pass for the identity of the prostitute she is impersonating, calling the entire operation crazy. However, when Amanda collects a chewing gum from the officer, she immediately transforms to the character, surprising the officer. Amanda then requests 2 items from the officer, who is now satisfied: a cigarette and a phone. Shantytown is being shown, depicted as a slum, a place where anything goes. Scar in Colorado, his right-hand man, alight the fleet of buses and showers the children with money. While in his chambers, Colorado comes in telling Scar of the arrival of Jackie, which Scar summons for her presence. Jackie, a prostitute who just gained her freedom and has had her covenant broken with them by a certain Mama T. Scar claims he will miss her, but her attributes he will miss the most. He gives her a parcel then bids her farewell. A celebration is held in honor of Jackie's freedom. We are now introduced to Ine, who is in charge of the girls and reports directly to Scar. While giving an opening speech, she is interrupted by a phone call. She picks up the phone and discovers that it is Inem on the other end of the line. She quickly hands over to Shalewa, another sex worker. Ine is surprised to hear from Inem because she believed she was dead. Amanda, disguised as Inem, claims to have been in prison for drug trafficking and that she is not dead. She says she is now free and that Ine should pick her up. The 2 ladies agree to meet at a mutually agreed upon location. Inem inquires about Scar, and Ine responds that they should meet and discuss it. Meanwhile, at the other side of the party, Shalewa tells Jackie of how she will follow suit in leaving Shantytown and her debt should be complete by the next month. Jackie is unhappy with Shalewa's situation and offers to lend some money to Shalewa to fund for her freedom from Shantytown. Ine leaves the party to confirm Inim's identity at the designated location. Ine is shocked to see Inem and after inspecting her, she didn't find any foul play. She informs Inem that Scar told her she was dead. Inem hurls insults at Scar. Ine gives her an envelope containing some money so she could start her life somewhere away from Shantytown, but she rejects it, insisting that Shantytown is her home and that is where she will be. Shalewa arrives at Scar's chambers with money to seek her freedom. Scar is skeptical of Shalewa's ability to make such a large sum of money and suspects her of stealing from him. She tells him that Jackie lent her half of the money and that it was part of her savings, which she intended to use to pay off her father's debt and seek freedom. Scar sarcastically addresses her naivety of the situation and calculates everything he provides for her in Shantytown, which amounts to 15 million naira. Scar tells her he owns her and that she is his property until she dies. Mama T, an enchantress for the gang, briefly prays for them as Scar prepares his men for the meeting with Chief Fernandez. Immediately after they leave, Ine arrives with Inem. Inem is met with cheerful celebrations. Jargoon, one of Scar's goons, harasses one of the sex workers. Inem comes to her rescue and bests Jargoon in a fight. Ine admonishes Inem for picking a fight as they enter a room with Jackie and Shalewa. Inside, Shalewa is shown sobbing. Jackie is happy to see Inem, while Inem pretends to know her. Jackie wastes no time in telling her about her freedom. Inem advises Jackie on her newfound freedom as Ine inquires why Shalewa is crying. Shalewa tells the ladies of her predicament with Scar. Ine, infuriated, asks why she wasn't told of their prior movement. Jackie, in a fit of rage, tells Ine not to speak to her in such manner as she is no longer in her control. Jackie tells Shalewa to forget about the loan as she exits the room. It's the evening and Jackie is ready to leave Shantytown and enlists the help of Pilot, a cab driver in Shantytown. Jackie and Shalewa exchange their last farewell. Unbeknownst to Jackie, Pilot texts Jackie's destination to an unknown individual who happens to be Scar. Scar is shown in Chief Fernandez's home, where he showers praises to the chief. Fernandez tells Scar of his ambitions of being the governor of Lagos State, and Scar assures him of his undying loyalty to his cause. Fernandez tells Scar to shut down the Ice Age, which could mean to shut the drug trafficking ring and also to leave the prostitution ring running. Fernandez states the need for the drug trafficking ring to be shut down so as not to mar his political aspirations. Scar is upset and protests Chief Fernandez's decision but is met with stiff opposition. Shalewa goes to a bar in town to cool off and meets a young attractive man who orders for a drink. Shalewa tells the man that she can make a better recipe of the cocktail he is having, and after much discussions, the man obliges for her to make him the cocktail, not before she states her price in a seductive manner. She makes the cocktail for him. He could swear it was the best cocktail he had ever tasted. The young man introduces himself as Femi Fernandez and inquires for her name, which she declines to give him. Femi is seemingly enthralled by Shalewa and has other things in mind. Femi asks for a dance and Shalewa accepts. We are now brought to a scene where Pilot's cab is having some supposedly technical issues. Jackie berates herself for boarding his cab. During the back and forth between Pilot and Jackie, Ine calls, but Jackie hangs up. Ine calls her line again, and Jackie picks it up this time, warning Ine not to call her again. Jackie attempts to contact Shalewa, but she is unavailable because she is dancing with Femi. A bus arrives Jackie's location with Scar and his goons in it. Jackie pleads with Scar to give her a lift, of which Scar accepts with a smirk on his face. Jackie suspects foul play and takes back on her offer for a lift. Scar spoke with rancor on Jackie's decision to leave Shantytown, and she expresses gratitude for the freedom he gave her. With the help of an axe, Scar repeatedly butchers Jackie. Simultaneously, Femi and Shalewa are shown having passionate sex. A van approaches the scene of murder. Ine alights the van with a box to put the remains of Jackie. Ine and Scar banters lightly. Ine tells Scar of the return of Inem. In disbelief, Scar chokes her in an attempt to get the truth and threatens her. She assures him of the news. Scar frees her and makes way for his bus with his goons. On their way home, another vehicle crashes into them. In the utter chaos, a figure is shown approaching the bloodied Scar. The unknown figure shoots Scar's goons but lands a heavy boot on Scar, knocking him out. I know you like the video, so don't be shy. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications to get notified when the subsequent episodes are released. Bye for now.